Welcome back to the Deep Dive from Smart Income Masters. You know the drill. Make money smarter. That's what we're all about. Today, we're diving into a topic that's gotten a lot of buzz lately: content creation. Is it truly the biggest opportunity right now for achieving lasting financial freedom?
That's the claim, yeah. And it's a bold one. We've been looking at material arguing that this is the top path to wealth, to building generational wealth even. And honestly, it's hard to argue with the sheer number of people building successful, and I mean substantial incomes online through content.
Right. And it's not just the raw numbers. What struck me going through this material was the fact that so many of the so-called gurus out there, the ones teaching all sorts of other business models, they're often deeply invested in content creation themselves. It's almost
Yeah.
like they're in on a secret. Like they know this is where the real leverage is. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think the key here is scalability. With content, you create something once, a video, an article, whatever it might be, and it can reach thousands, even millions of people. And it keeps working for you, generating income through all these different avenues long after you've made it. It's a different beast compared to, say, a service-based business where your income is directly tied to the hours you put in.
And I can actually speak to that firsthand. Over the past 4 years, I've personally generated over $6 million in revenue through content creation, from digital products and affiliate marketing to coaching, and even just ad revenue from videos and sponsorships. Seeing those multiple income streams grow has been pretty incredible.
That's the beauty of it, right? You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. Content creation throws open all these doors, all these different ways to monetize what you create. It gives you this resilience, this potential for growth that I think is really appealing to a lot of people.
Absolutely. And, it's not just a vague idea. The material you shared even outlines this 8-step process that someone used to build a content creation business that's now generating about $1.8 million a year. It's like, wow, there's a real roadmap here.
Yeah, and what's even more eye-opening is when you break down what a typical month looks like for a creator at that level. I mean, we're talking $28,000 from video ads, another $54,000 from affiliate marketing, then $91,000 from selling digital products, and on top of that, $30,000 from brand deals. That's over $200,000 in a single month. The potential scale is just mind-blowing.
Okay, so let's break down this 8-step process, starting with step one, finding your niche. This feels like it's got to be the foundation for everything else, right?
It's absolutely crucial. Your niche is essentially your focused area of content. And to figure out what that is, it starts with looking inward. What are you truly passionate about? What skills do you have, even if they don't seem like obvious moneymakers? Think about your hobbies, things you're naturally drawn to, or even professional skills you've developed over time.
So you're tapping into what already excites you, what you'd be happy to spend time on. But it's not just about what interests you, right? There needs to be an audience out there that cares about this too.
Exactly. So the second part of finding your niche is identifying a problem you can solve or a desire you can fulfill for a specific group of people. Instead of just talking about cooking, for example, you might focus on, say, quick and easy vegan meals for busy professionals. That's a lot more targeted, speaks to a specific need, and helps you stand out.
Makes sense. You're finding that sweet spot where your passion overlaps with a real-world need. And then there's this third part of step one where you take a look at what others are already doing in that space.
Right, competitive analysis. It's essential. You want to see who else is out there creating content in your potential niche. What are they doing? What's getting traction? This isn't about copying them, but about finding those gaps, those unique angles that you could explore. It also gives you a sense of what's working, what resonates with the target audience.
Okay, step two is deciding between a personal brand and a faceless brand. I know this is something a lot of people struggle with when they're first starting out.
Yeah, it's a big decision. With the personal brand, you're the face of your content. Your personality, your experiences, your story, all that becomes part of the brand. The advantage here is that you can build a deeper connection with your audience. They feel like they know you, which can build trust and make it easier to sell products or services down the line. Think about those creators whose personalities really shine through. That's often a personal brand at work.
Right, so the audience connects with the individual. On the other hand, with faceless brand, you're focusing on the topic or the message without revealing who's behind it. What are the benefits of going that route?
Well, for one, some people value privacy. They're not comfortable putting themselves out there publicly. Also, a faceless brand can sometimes appeal to a wider audience because it's purely about the subject matter. And it can be a more sellable asset later on, if that's something you're considering. Both approaches can be successful. It really depends on your comfort level and your long-term goals. But if you're okay with being visible, I think building that personal connection can be a huge advantage, especially early on.
Okay, step 3 is all about choosing your platforms. The typical advice is to pick one or two and really master those first. But the material you shared suggests a slightly different approach.
It does. The argument is that you should actually try to establish a presence on all the major platforms from the get-go. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, even Pinterest, even if you're mainly focused on one or two. The idea is that this sets you up for easier repurposing of your content down the line. You're building a foundation across multiple channels.
That's interesting. So it's less about trying to be everywhere at once and more about planting seeds on different platforms. Can you quickly break down what each of these platforms is best suited for?
Sure. TikTok and Instagram are all about short form video content, those quick, engaging clips that grab attention. Pinterest is more visual, perfect for sharing ideas and driving traffic to your longer content or products through eye catching images. And then there's YouTube, which is the king of long form video. It lets you really dive deep, provide a ton of value, and build that loyal audience. And that loyalty can be a game changer when it comes to turning viewers into paying customers.
Step 4 is where a lot of aspiring creators hit a wall. Figuring out what kind of content to actually post. It can feel really overwhelming.
It can be, yeah, but there are some really practical ways to approach it. One powerful method is to analyze creators who are already killing it in your niche. Look at their most popular content. What are they talking about? What formats are they using? What seems to resonate? The key here is not to copy them directly, but to take inspiration and then put your own unique spin on those successful ideas. That suggestion to create a document with links to 50 to 100 of their viral videos, that's gold.
Like building your own swipe file of proven concepts. What other strategies are there for coming up with content ideas?
Another good one is to use AI tools, things like ChatGPT. You can literally ask them for content ideas based on what successful creators in your niche are doing. For example, you could try a prompt like YouTube video ideas similar to name of successful creator in your niche. And then don't forget to listen to your potential audience directly. Go through the comments on competitor videos, check out relevant subreddits, browse Quora, and see what questions people are asking, what problems they're trying to solve. Creating content that directly addresses those questions is a great way to build trust and establish yourself as an expert. At the end of the day, your content should aim to solve your audience's problems. That's how you build a valuable connection that can lead to monetization.
Step 5 is where we get into the nitty-gritty of creation and uploading. Let's start with those short-form platforms.
All right, so with platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, you've got options, whether you're going faceless or personal brand. If you're going faceless, there are some really cool AI tools popping up. I mean, some of them claim to be able to create short videos from a text description in 2 minutes. Others let you use AI-generated actors in your video ads. That's pretty wild. But of course, the traditional faceless methods still work great too. Editing stock footage, filming B-roll without showing your face, using software like CapCut or iMovie. For personal brand content, it can be as simple as using your smartphone to film yourself talking to the camera or doing something, adding in some B-roll, and then editing it right on the platform or using an app like CapCut. And no matter which approach you choose, a really smart strategy, especially for your first 30 or so uploads, is to take those viral competitor videos you identified and recreate them with your own twist, your own unique perspective.
And how about Pinterest? It's all
Yes.
about the visuals, right?
Exactly. Pinterest is all about those eye-catching images that link back to your longer content or products. And creating those images is usually pretty straightforward. There are tons of templates on platforms like Canva. You can often whip up a really nice pin in a couple of minutes. And just like with video, you can get a sense of what kind of visuals work well by checking out what's popular in your niche on Pinterest.
Okay, let's talk long-form content, specifically YouTube. This seems like a much bigger undertaking.
It does require more upfront investment, yeah. The material we looked at actually suggests that you don't even have to start with long form. Building up some momentum with short form content first is a perfectly valid strategy. But if you are going to do YouTube, there are several key steps involved. Brainstorming ideas, coming up with a compelling title, writing a script, filming it with decent audio and video quality, editing it to keep people engaged, creating an attractive thumbnail, uploading it with relevant tags and descriptions, and then tracking its performance to see what works. It's definitely more work, but it can pay off big time in terms of building a deeper connection with your audience and really delivering value.
Step 6 is about setting a consistent posting schedule. I imagine this is crucial for building momentum and keeping people engaged.
It is. Big time. For short-form platforms like TikTok, when you're just starting out, aiming for 1 to 3 posts a day can really help you get seen. As you grow, you can maybe dial it back to 5 to 7 times a week. And remember, that content you're creating for TikTok, you can often adapt it for Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts pretty easily. For Instagram specifically, those daily stories are a great way to build more personal connection. Let people in a bit and foster trust. And with Pinterest, consistency is key there too. Aiming for 3 new images per day can be very effective. When it comes to those longer YouTube videos, ideally you're posting at least once a week, but even 2 high-quality videos per month is a good place to start. And a really smart strategy to manage all this without burning yourself out is to batch your content creation. So, dedicate specific days for planning and filming, then other days for editing and scheduling.
Step 7 is the one everyone's been waiting for.
Yeah.
How do you actually make money from all this? We've touched on a few ways already, but let's dive in.
Yeah, so the 4 main methods highlighted are affiliate marketing, selling your own digital products, earning through YouTube AdSense, and then sponsorships and brand deals. Affiliate marketing is basically recommending other companies' products or services through special links, and you earn a commission on any sales that come through your link. This can be really lucrative. I mean, some creators are making upwards of $50,000 a month just from affiliate marketing, recommending tools and services they genuinely use and believe in. There are platforms like Impact and ClickBank that help you find these partnerships. The important thing is to be authentic. Only promote things you actually think are valuable and would recommend anyway.
Then there's creating and selling your own digital products. What kinds of things fall under that category?
Digital products are great because they have high profit margins once you create them. It could be anything from downloadable guides and templates to ebooks and online courses. Think about your niche. Could you create a guide, a set of templates, a mini course that solves a specific problem for your audience? Someone in the cooking niche, for example, might create a digital recipe book, or someone in personal finance might create a budgeting spreadsheet template. The potential here is huge, with some creators making tens of thousands of dollars per month from their digital products.
We've also got YouTube AdSense, which is probably the most well-known way to make money from video content.
Yeah, that's the classic one. Once your YouTube channel hits certain criteria, usually 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the past year, you can enable monetization, and you start earning money based on the ads that run on your videos. For channels with a lot of views, this can become a really substantial income stream over time.
And then there are sponsorships and brand deals. This sounds like a great way to leverage a growing audience.
Absolutely. As your audience grows and becomes more engaged, brands in your niche might reach out to you to feature their products or services in your content. This could be a mention in a video, a dedicated review, a feature on your social media. The earning potential here can be really high, with some creators charging thousands of dollars for a single brand integration.
Are there any other ways to generate income as a content creator besides these main 4?
Oh yeah, definitely. Other effective strategies include things like offering exclusive content or perks to your most dedicated fans through platforms like Patreon or YouTube memberships, providing one-on-one consulting or coaching services based on your expertise, and building an email list. An email list is especially valuable because it lets you communicate directly with your audience and promote your own products or affiliate offers on a regular basis. With a really engaged list, the income potential can be significant. There are platforms like Beehive, ConvertKit, and OmniSend that make it easy to get started with email marketing, often with free plans. Offering a valuable freebie in exchange for signing up is a great way to grow your list.
Okay, so that brings us to the final step, scaling and automation. Once you start seeing some success, how do you grow without getting completely overwhelmed?
Scaling is about finding ways to be more efficient, to reach more people without working yourself to the bone. Automation tools can play a big role. There are tools that can automatically repurpose your long YouTube videos into short clips for other platforms. There are social media scheduling tools that let you plan out and automate your posts across different channels, but to really scale, at some point, you'll probably need to move beyond doing everything yourself and start thinking about bringing in some help. Maybe hiring freelancers or virtual assistants to help with tasks like video editing, writing scripts, designing graphics, managing your email list. Platforms like Fiverr and Upwork are great places to find talented people. And hey, even think about friends or family members who might have skills that could be helpful.
All right, so let's bring this all together for our listeners. It's clear that content creation is a multifaceted opportunity with the potential to build real income and a lasting online presence. We've walked through the key steps from finding your passion to creating consistent content and exploring all these different ways to monetize your efforts.
So, what stands out to you most from all this? Is it the potential for financial freedom? The flexibility of being your own boss? The chance to connect with people who share your interests?
That leads to a really important question for you. What skills or passions do you have that could be the foundation of your own content creation journey? What problem could you solve for an audience out there?
We encourage you to really think about these questions, maybe even take that first step. Brainstorm some interests, see what's happening online in those areas. There's a lot to explore, but hopefully this deep dive has given you a good starting point.
If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to learn more ways to make money smarter, be sure to subscribe to Smart Income Masters. We've got plenty more deep dives coming your way.
And to leave you with a final thought, in a world that's overflowing with content, what unique perspective, what special value can you bring to the table? What will make you stand out, connect with your audience, and really make a mark? Make sure to subscribe to Smart Income Masters for more insights on this and other exciting ways to build your income.